national team. Modric is awesome at placing a ball, and his free kicks are awesome. Again, this leads me on as to why Gareth Bale is still continuously picked as our number one free kick taker. He hasn't scored a free kick since the one against Arsenal, and that was when Robbie Keane started like each game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has scored one free kick, and everybody goes on about him being a fantastic free kick taker. You can see he has the intelligence of a free kick taker, but he hasn't converted any. No. He hasn't, like...
Not like Bentley. Well, Bentley at least comes close every time.
Bentley's put more away than what he has, like, since he's been on a pitch. No. Why isn't Modric being asked to take a penalty or being asked to take a free kick? This pisses me off as well. Because there's silly decisions. Silly little decisions, in my opinion. On
corners, obviously, you want to get Modric in there and in day, or taking the corner, because... he's got no height.
Sitting on the edge of the box.
Right, yeah, exactly.
What he does.
With the free kicks, what pissed me off as well is every time we got one on the edge, but I was like, don't shoot. Just don't fucking shoot. Until, obviously, who was it? Again, another thing. Why are you putting your hands up? You moron.
Yeah, I can't believe they were protesting about
it. It's out of the box ball. The fact is the player was in the box. It's stupid. You're going to give a penalty away.
Why is a near 6 foot guy? I'm not too sure how tall Ngog is, but why are you going to jump to hopefully evade a ball's path towards goal? You're going to jump and put your hands in front of your head, even above your head. Who does that? No, they're professional fucking players, for fuck's sake. It's been a interesting weekend for football.
2 in 2 games, two penalties from the same bloody. Just what are you thinking from a defender?
Thankfully, the one against Arsenal was converted, but that was a dreadful penalty from. Hopefully, he can just scratch it off. Hopefully, but
again, like Pavlyuchenko as well did the same thing.
Yep.
On his penalty, and Bale's penalty was really weak. We need to start. We just need to pick a player, like you say. Just basically say, yeah, exactly. A player who's pretty much always on the pitch, yeah?
There you go. Is often given the captain's armband.
So just pick him. Just make him the designated, or hell, what was it?
Gomez one. He used to be a striker.
What game was it? What was the Peter Crouch, when Peter Crouch took a penalty a few weeks ago?
Oh, blimey.
And I looked at him and went, why are you giving that to Crouch? I was like, oh my God. It was a good penalty.
Yeah, that has to have been...
I didn't see that coming from Crouch at all, and it was just a really perfect
That has to have been a Champions League game, because he hasn't scored a penalty in the Premiership at the moment.
Young boys.
That's it.
It was against Young Boys.
Yep.
At White Hart Lane.
Yep, I agree, yeah.
And I was concerned. I didn't get it. I was like, there's no, he's not that kind of a striker.
Because I remember the picture in the paper the next day. I've never seen anyone pull a posture and a face like that when taking a penalty. He looked real ugly.
It was a great penalty.
Oh yeah, it was a fantastic penalty.
It's just our penalties are letting us down, because look at last season. The stoppage time penalty against Everton, Defoe fucks that up, right? That would have been the difference between 4th and 3rd.
Yep.
Those 2 points.
Oh, it would have been, yeah. It really is just drama being a Spurs fan, isn't it? I think it's hard being a West Ham fan, but fucking hell.
I'm as knackered as the players are.
Oh, at least with us, it's like, well, with West Ham fans, it's hard for them because it's just balanced on one side. It's just your team are rubbish, quite frankly. All right, they end up beating us, yeah, but they're only going to have one magnificent game their whole entire season or whatever they beat Liverpool as well. I don't give a shit about that. But with us, it's either we blow up, we both Carlton, the most inconsistent fucking team in the Premiership.
Yeah, but it's all doing one match at the moment.
I wouldn't have it.
But we're still coming out on top.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that's good is our defence still isn't our 100% like back line. That's what gives me faith as well and gives me hope, because hopefully when Woodgate and Dawson, at least when fucking Magic Dawson makes his way back, finally we might have some fucking understanding on our back line, because it looks like they don't talk to each other. There are so many times in recent games where we've had hold of the ball, and you just normally, if you play on a Saturday or on a Sunday football team, you'd sit there, and if someone's coming, if an opposing player's coming behind them, you tell them man on. But then these are professional football players, and they don't seem to be doing it. They just seem to be allowing their their teammate to just get tackled from behind and then lose the ball. And sometimes that's what the defence have got to scream at them, or anybody, and they don't seem to be doing it.
Well, I'm the thing. I thought it was a really good performance from Gallas.
Again, yep, I'll agree with you.
Another stern performance. Cabal again was really good. Yeah, I was worried about Basson coming on.
He played awesome, if you ask me, mate. Awesome.
The turning point in the game where I was just, obviously, I know we'd lost Van der Vaart, I know we'd lost Cabal, and you do want to hold that last substitution just in case, because you don't want someone else to pick it up an injury and then you could be down to 10 men.
Well, exactly.
Like you say, Modric not wanting to pass to fucking Palacios, we might as well play that game with 10 men. In fact, we were, because the turning point for me was after about the third or fourth wayward pass that were some of them quite simple passes. It was the point where he picks up the ball, kind of stands there, doesn't know what to do with it, and it's taken off him, and then they're on the counter.
Yep. I know the exact one you're on about. Yep. But I was discussing it. I was sitting there discussing with my dad. I was like, you got to take Palacios off, and like you said, we've got to then sacrifice the fact that we wouldn't have another substitute or anything. But quite frankly, it looked like we were playing with 10 men because he weren't doing anything. I'd rather an inexperienced Sandro been on the pitch than Palacios, to be honest, because at least Sandro would have, I don't know, I'm positive he would have been more effective than Palacios tonight.
Palacios...
He would have learned from his mistake that he made before, that he didn't realise the Premiership was as fast-paced as it really was, and he got the ball intercepted off him and they nearly scored. Can't remember who he was playing against, but... I would have rather had an inexperienced Sandro, and I'm looking forward to him in the future. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's got to produce.
Well, the fact is that it's not just about the Sandro, it's the fact we had a fully experienced playmaker, Cranshaw, sitting on the bench.
Yeah, it's such a shame him not getting his opportunity. Sadly, he'll end up going in January. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Yeah, and we'll end up fucking with Palacios still there.
Please don't jinx it. For the
no. I'm just saying, Palacios now, he did his job. He came in. He strengthened a soft team, but now we're not. We're a confident, attacking, playmaking team. And if we had just had a Cranshaw or a Genus on instead of Palacios or a Huddleston, we would have done that match before fucking the 92nd minute.
Genus is really rejuvenating himself because, again, he's a player that like blows hot and cold every now and then. But like you said in the last cast, you love Genus, and yeah, quite frankly, I think he's a classic Spurs player, and you know he plays for the team. You know he plays for the fact that he's a yid. You know he plays with passion behind him, the same way Jamie O'Hara used to do, like before he went on loan and stuff like that. But we're slowly beginning to. We're slowly beginning to show signs of being able to string a bunch of passes together to then accommodate that into scoring a goal. We're still a couple of signings until we're like a really big, strong force like in the top four. We're a few more signings, and hopefully getting rid of Palacios might be one of those signings that we can then bring in. You know,
but I mean, at least the fact that we can suffer an injury like Van der Vaart, we can lose another defender like Cabal, and with King gone, and with Dawson gone, and with Woodgate gone, and we've still got a team that can go and beat Liverpool and be in the top fucking 5.
Yeah,
and a few points from first place.
Really does show some passion, and it shows we're maturing as a side, and quite frankly, shows
Chelsea. I mean, I know Chelsea are missing Terry and Lampard, but they had a flying start to the season. Could Chelsea be battling? No, they can't, because since they've lost those players, it's 2 defeats on the spin and a draw
to Newcastle.
They haven't got it. They haven't got the strength and depth.
Slowly, in these next few years, you're going to be seeing a complete change in the Premiership, because for years it was just the same old Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool in the top 4, we managed to break the top four, and you've got the likes of Liverpool coming up. Liverpool staying down, Blackpool coming up, doing a bit, Newcastle going back down, getting a kick up the arse in the Championship, and now coming back up, and there you go, drawing with Chelsea 1-1. It's all changing. It's all changing, and thankfully you can see that we are one of the teams that are changing. Finally,
I'll tell you now, the Newcastle Chelsea match. If Newcastle had a just one player who could actually run rather than just jog, they'd have probably nicked it.
Well, hopefully I'm going to watch that on Match of the Day. Well, I don't know what time it's on at the moment, but yeah, I'm going to take a look at that tonight, and surely I think I might mention it in the next cast anyways. But I'm glad I'm happy the way the team's progressing at the moment. Like you've pointed out, how injury riddled our team is at the moment. We are still pulling out results, and we are still at a damn good go.
And that was just the injury list of the defence, pretty much.
Yeah.
You then got Bentley's injured, O'Hara's injured, Genius is injured, Keane's got a knock, Jermaine Defoe's just come back.
We've managed all of this without a prolific out-and-out goal scorer. Defoe's our main goal scorer. Crouch isn't an out-and-out goal scorer. The same way Pavlyuchenko isn't. He's just a poacher. And Van der Vaart's not an out. He's been scoring them, so we've managed to hold on to do well.
Yeah.
Without like a full squad. And I can't wait until we can sit there and I can see on a TV screen on Sky Sports just before a match, and it just gives me a full 100% healthy lineup team. I can't wait to see that. And I'll tell you what, I bet we could batter anyone.
Oh, totally, without a doubt. Yep. To wrap things up, we'll pretty much go with the fact that, again, just like Redknapp's first home game against Liverpool when he first took over.
Yep, with a awesome goal, might I add.
We go a goal down, don't we?
Yep. And bring it back to 2-1.
We go a goal down at White Hart Lane. An own goal brings us level, and then injury time, Pavlyuchenko nicks that ball, doesn't he? Like a little back flick through.
There you go. Yeah, from Darren Bent.
Almost exactly the same scenario tonight. And it reminded me of the Birmingham match from last season, where Lennon just gets through there in injury time, bang, almost as a similar goal. Bang, nicking the points. But I would have liked to see Lennon actually trying for another 20 minutes at least in that match, because he was totally hanging around Hutton, just not doing much and not looking. And there were points where the ball came out to his side and Hutton picks it up, and I'm thinking, hang on.
Yeah, what's he picking it up there for?
Where's the fuck is Lennon? And Lennon wasn't in front of Hutton, and I didn't even know where the hell he was for some point in that match.
Yep. For the first half, he played fantastic. The second half, he just went quiet. You just didn't see him. But then, luckily, in the last minute, he managed to actually bring himself back into the game ever so slightly. That's the only thing he done in the second half. Only thing.
A fantastic win for basically a 10-man Tottenham, because not to knock Nick Wilson, but
we could have done without you.
Yeah,
in both senses, we did do it without you, and you might as well have not been there. Sorry, mate.